art as attitude and strategy. Art should be attitude and strategy, and art could be attitude and strategy because art is knowledge, knowledge of the mind and of composition and of the world as it is, and of the principles of perception and communication. We need a more professional way of organizing society. We need more beauty. We need more truth. We need more science and poetry and philosophy. We need to release and to improve humanity and to develop our global world society. So we need art as attitude and strategy. Art has always been attitude and strategy, even when it comes to creating a work of art, or when performing the actions that will constitute a work of art. Art is and will always be attitude and strategy. Art is and will always be attitude and strategy. In any kind of way, either when we produce a work of art or when we are giving a lecture at a university. It is art and it is attitude and strategy. So the point here is simply to transfer the work of art from the object itself, or to transfer or transport the quality of the artwork from the object itself, from the intended work of art, from the performance art, from the performance in itself, from the artwork in itself, and into the realm of society, so to speak, in order to constitute a more appropriate and aesthetic and ethical awareness in the general public. Art in real life is attitude and strategy, just as any kind of art always will be attitude and strategy anyway. Art is perhaps most of all the certain quality that comes from the element that transcends the conceptual aspect of the work itself. Art is perhaps most of all a certain quality, that which we cannot describe, the undescribable, that comes from the element that transcends the conceptual aspect of the work itself. Art is what transcends the concept. Art is that which is communicated through that which transcends the concept. So it's a very subtle business. It's a very subtle thing. We see the divine in the things that we see, but the divine that we see is something that is produced by our own way of seeing. So art is the special quality that escapes description, a certain element of light and beauty and transcendence that comes out of a good work of art. If this happens, if art happens, so to speak, in a work of art, then it is because of composition. Everything is a result of composition, whether an artwork is successful or not. It is a result of composition of the subtle parts and of the manifest parts. It's a result of composition, and this applies to society and to human life too. And when a work of art succeeds in being a work of art, when it succeeds in having this special quality, as a result of the effects that constitutes the composition, then I think it could be said to transcend the concept, to transcend the conceptual framework that itself creates or constitutes or represents as a work of art, because every work of art is a vehicle for a certain set of concept, for a certain conceptual framework. This quality that transcends the work of art in itself is also what should be brought into society and into the general public and into the awareness of mankind. It is the light of knowledge, so to speak. It is talent, it is genius, it is the light of knowledge, it is the divine, it is the sparkle, it's the wonderful essence of light in true intellect and intelligence. And to know that a concept is just a concept, and that we need knowledge of concepts and of their limitations in order to really shine, in order to make this quality enter our human life, into communication, into interaction within society. This certain divine quality will come into our life, into our society, when we recognize and acknowledge that which transcends the concept, the extra knowledge, the part of our inner knowledge that is more than what the concepts that we believe in represent. We have more knowledge than what language produce, you could say. And in order to constitute a better society, or a more appropriate world order than what we have now, we have to make art as an attitude and a strategy into an everyday life vehicle, an everyday life way of being, into the vehicle of life, so to speak. We can do that when it comes to improving global world society. We can stop in believing in limiting concepts. We can open up the world. We can open up the house of humanity. We can make a better society than what we have now. And art, as attitude and strategy, can be a vehicle for improving global world society. By applying that which we know about the world and of ourselves, we can make this world a better place for everyone. We have to activate our intelligence. We have to activate that which we know. We have to acknowledge that our deeper insight should be a part of our everyday life. We have to acknowledge that our cultural codes is not enough for us. We have to acknowledge that the global world politics is absolutely not enough for us. We have to acknowledge that we need more than this in order to be that which we are and that which we want to be in order to create a good human society. Thank you.